happy TGIF, everybody in YouTube world. Casey the Rockstar Flipper here with you on March 23rd, 2018, and I had to go to the Apple store, so I apologize if I was responding to everyone slow. My phone went bonkers crazy, and they had to do a repair fix thingamajig on it. I've been here for 5 hours, 4 hours without a phone, so pretty crazy way to kick off the weekend, but welcome to Friday, welcome to the weekend, and happy to have each of you here with me. So here's our local 10 News, Action 10 News, who are in the parking lot of, obviously, Toys R Us. I'm gonna imagine that they're inside and probably interviewing the management, but in case anybody wanted to know, there we go. Going out of business sale, right there, going out of business. There they are. Toys R Us, gone, done. Let's see if the news crew is inside. All right, here it is. Let's go inside, let's check it out. So, out of business, everything must go, entire store. 30%, only 30% so far, guys. Only 30%. Of course, they've got, you know, stuff at only 10% off. Who cares? You can't resell it, guys. Can't resell it at 10 or 20 or probably even 30% off. And this is a prime example of why they went out of business. Like, you're going out of business, everything must go, but let's just only discount it 5%. Like, who cares? Like, what is it? What is this? I don't even get off my couch for 5%. Hey, look, I found the 30% off, and it's junk. I mean, I assume clearance things are like $1.98 for some keychain. What are you gonna ship that to FBA? This is what greed will get you. Greed gets you put out of business. Look, fidget spinners, $10. Look, more greed, 5%. This is why you're out of business, Toys R Us, because your little $27 down to $25.65 is not saving anyone any money. Oh look, clearance. Good job. Like, ooh, Easter baskets, 20% off. 20% off what, like 50 bucks? Oh, good God, already 20% off. Thank you. Thanks, Toys R Us. Everything must go, but we're not gonna discount it. Oh, here you go, everyone will have a little fun with these. You get a whole $1.50, 10% off fingerling, $1.50. Woo! And this, folks, is exactly how greedy corporations that need to make every dollar for their greedy CEOs go out of business. And I don't care if anybody in the store hears me. This is greedy. You are going out of business and you're only gonna deduct stuff 10%. And I know what people are gonna say on this video. They're gonna say, oh, but Casey, they'll deduct it 10% and next week 20 and the week after 30 until they get rid of everything. You're right, but if they had done it correctly the first time, they wouldn't be in this position. They wouldn't have to have discounted anything. They could have priced it correctly and stopped, have been greedy. They're greed. The greed of the CEO and the greed of this store is why it's going out of business. And whether I called it or whether I knew or anyone else knew, Amazon crushed their sales, but the reason Amazon crushed their sales is because the prices here are ridiculous. Plain and simple. People aren't going to stores buying their kids $200 toys anymore, $150 or $300 or $500, not many. Most people are only going online and spending half the price on what it is they want. Most of this stuff literally could get for half the price. Most of it. You can't get fingerlings for $8, but a majority of stuff you will get for half price or at least 25% off, which is the prices they're doing now because they're going out of business, not on an everyday basis. You shouldn't have to discount things like this to get rid of it, because if your prices were right, and this goes for you eBay sellers, your stuff would sell without having a going out of business sale. Just FYI, piece of good advice. And now that we've seen the inside of a store, it looks like the guy that created the Bratz dolls, his name is Chief Executive Officer Isaac Larian. Is that his name? Larian. He created Bratz dolls. He put up $100 million of his own money plus crowdfunding. Last I saw, $200 million total to try to save Toys R Us. And that's because that's where his dolls are sold, so it's in his best interest to try to save them. He thinks he could save 200 to 400 stores. They say it's a long shot because of the $5 billion in debt that Toys R Us has also Amazon actually talked about buying some of the stores, but Amazon isn't talking about buying their stores in order to save Toys R Us. They want to move and expand into the retail footprint themselves to showcase hardware like the Echo lines of devices. That's nothing to do with saving Toys R Us. Isaac Larian of Bratz Dolls, he wants to save Toys R Us because it's the only way he has to distribute his toys, or, well, for the most part, distribute his toys. Basically, it's a long shot. It's not going to happen. I promise you guys, they're going out of business. No one's going to save Toys R Us. Way too much debt from Bain Capital. Anyway, so the liquidation sales for more than 700 stores did kick off today, Friday. You saw me inside the store. As far as I'm concerned, it's a joke. Babies R Us also, gone. Discounts on items were as much as 30% off to start. They will go bigger, but I just think that's a joke, and I think they should, I know they're trying to get every dime out of the merchandise, but man, you couldn't sell it to begin with. Just sell the stuff and get it over with. Anyways, call me practical and reasonable, but I see through these greedy corporations, and I think that's the downfall of America. I think it's the downfall of a lot of people. I think it's even the downfall of eBay and Amazon sellers. People get too attached to their inventory, they get too greedy, and profit is profit. I know you need to maximize it. We all want to make $1 million on a transaction, or $50 average profits, or whatever, but man, sometimes when things aren't working, you got to detach, stop being greedy, make your profit, make your money, or take option B, which is go out of business. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you, and hopefully the people at Toys R Us learned a lesson from this, and hopefully a lot of other companies learned a lesson. Amazon's not greedy. They make pennies on some of this stuff. They even sell stuff at a loss just to get the customer. You don't see Toys R Us doing that, I promise you. So enjoy the video, guys. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Questions, concerns, all that good stuff. Like the video, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for new videos. I'll have some great ones for you tomorrow. Make sure you come back and check them out. I'm excited about them, excited to share them with you. And until then, make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss when I post them or when I post any other videos. Make sure you check the description box below for all the important links, my eBay store, Amazon. If you need any of the equipment, if you need a light kit or a scale or any kind of supplies for your selling business, it's all linked below, and it helps me out, and I really appreciate that. And until tomorrow, I'll see you then.